the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Clemson Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Death Valley, the tradition is real. You touch the rock, you run down the hill, and it is a beautiful venue. Clemson has become one of the most difficult places to play in the ACC, if not college football. These fans are electric and dynamic. Call it Death Valley for a reason. This is where teams' dreams come to die. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tar Heels offense will come out first. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Iptay if they can stop him on third down. Get it out on the screen. Punt, and he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. That's reeled in. It's Washington. Shakes a man, and he might take off. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
To throw, it's Edwards. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense trying to take it back. All kinds of room to the right. Inside the touchdown, Tigers. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give from the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Fires to the tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Edwards. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. At the end of that play, whistles blowing as they check on an injured Tiger. The Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Here's the return. Slips through the line. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. So Clemson's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Grab behind the line. It's Brown. And they're able to get him on the ground.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find it. I mean, you want to find that matchup because...
Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. And the Tigers have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll move the wide receiver. Could not make his way to the corner.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Tigers have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they pick up just a few on that completion. After the 4-yard completion on 1st down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. Back to the ground with the running back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Pressure coming. Complete to the right. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Trying play action. He lets it fly. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The handoff to Johnson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. Back open in the middle. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the 5-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, and you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position, and now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy. You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He's brought down. Couldn't find anybody and get rid of the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Now they'll run it to the right here.
And you want to run the football, right? That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. Plucks it out of the air. He's got enough for the first down, and he stopped after a pickup of 14, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. The corners are walked up tight. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. Gets the back moving. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he's in! Touchdown, North Carolina! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he tacks on the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these...
He's got it on the outside. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
To the air on first down. He's going to take a shot, and they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, early in this drive, they're staying aggressive. Last play, they had the big completion. On the third snap, they take another shot, just couldn't come up with the completion.
Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. The screen, he's got wheels. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Snap from the gun on third down. It's on target and complete. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Down at the 16-yard line, and they're threatening to score in the waning moments of the half. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Smashes in between the uprights. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. Let's start with TCU taking on the Arkansas State Red Wolves.
And the Tar Heels will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. What a cut. Now he's loose. Snags it and he's open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Wesco's got it in the middle. There he goes. Touchdown Clemson. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, it's nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, to Gale, looking for room. Not a lot of daylight, he gets 1 to the 32.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Edwards. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Off play action. Deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like quarterbacks that are being aggressive, but moving forward, if your guy's not open downfield, it's okay just to check it down to a tight end or a running back and take the profit.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points.
It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And I'm not going to say this one's over, man, but once you start to get in the third quarter and you've built this big of a deficit, every possession means so much, and you can't give them away, and they do.
Turning it on. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Running inside, it's Johnson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Got a man, it's Moore. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on 2nd and goal. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense is...
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. He'll set up to throw. Looking for the score. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the pick, there is an injured player who's still on the field. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The door looks slammed shut in this one, but that last interception may be just the slightest crack in opening here. Snags it over the middle.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Back to pass, it's Edwards. He'll try to do it himself. And he slides down and gets just enough to move those chains. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. It's 3rd and 5. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Tar Heels have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Runs through a man. He might have space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Tar Heels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Unleashes one. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And this is always the time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
They're working that left side. Brought down at the 33-yard line as this defense gets a third down stop. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to throw deep right side. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Here comes Clemson with another first down. The give as they work on that clock. He'll be forced out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
And how good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the fourth quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, I like the aggressive nature by the quarterback there. He's trying to take a shot down the field. Just a better play by the defense forcing the incompletion.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. Is that guy's foot human? My goodness, did he hammer that ball from distance.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Edwards. Slings it downfield. Snagged in the middle, it's Shipp. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Motion from the back. To the air on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Just a gain of 2, and now they're looking at 3rd and 8. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're fine.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. He's at the... And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers! They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And what a fantastic job by the defense there in that 4th down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it, and they're going to have to throw. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with a W.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Blasted as he lets it go. That's caught. It's shipped. Running through contact. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw, and he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket.
Going for it all. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You